nípa ọ̀rọ̀ tax owó orí wọn tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ a kì í san but ìgbà tán tí mo ní kànpá tán ti ní ká máa san láti ń san especially nínú ọjà yìí à ń san àgbàlagbà tí àwọn tó ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù ńlá tó ń ta nǹkan tó pọ̀ àwọn yẹn san 5,000 àwọn tí ó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ń tajà kéékèèké bí oní pure water bí àwọn aláta àwọn yẹn san 2,500 àdẹ̀rí nǹkan tán fi ń ṣe.
táàsì yẹn àwa ń gbà lọ́dọọdún àdẹ̀rí pé nǹkan tó ṣàǹfààní fún ó ṣàǹfààní àpà fún àwọn ọmọ wa tó bá ń lọ sí school so ọdọọdún la máa ń gba táàsì àdèṣe ká má gbà.
It continue to pay them my tax for my house, for my shop, my people shop, for anywhere.
Honestly, it's fantastic. It's a very good idea because when everybody pay their tax, they use it to take care of our environment, they use it to take care of all the people here. Tax is very important.
Now, this is what is called presumptive tax, which has just been recently approved by the federal government. But it's a tax that shows an input or an agreement to be part of government by the informal sector when they don't keep accurate record.
Apart from publicizing the various lawful taxes payable by citizens, LIRS simplified the process of collection as well. A good case in point is the capital gains tax.
There's what we call lands valuation. So it's a flat rate of 0.5% of the assets value by lands. Same thing, ditto for stamp duties. Stamp duties in Lagos State or in federal for governor's consent or for assignment generally is 2% for state and 1.5% for federal. But because Lagos State is forward-looking and we're always proactive, we've reduced the rate of stamp duty to 0.5% on governor's consent in order to bring more people to the tax net and allow more people to do perfection of their documents in Lagos State. So today I can tell you from 2005, what we used to collect in capital gains tax in the whole year was about 50 million. But now I can tell you conveniently we do about 900 million a year for capital gains tax. Stamp duties in 2005 was about 100 million. But now we do 3.2 billion a year on stamp duties. I can tell you those figures for fact because I'm on top of that.
LIRS attained full autonomy in 2008 during the Fashola administration and consolidated on its capacity to generate revenue, which financed the various infrastructure renewal projects across the state.
Well, very easily put. Like I tell taxpayers, I say, well, you can have a governor, you can have a leader who has a great vision. But a vision without revenue, without money, remains a dream. So clearly, when we go out, for example, we listen to taxpayers, we know what they want, or we hear what they want. And from time to time, we also let His Excellency the Governor know what taxpayers are saying. And once a year when we have our annual stakeholders meeting, they sometimes tell him directly what they expect.
And the collection process is now better and far better than what we used to have in the hood. Gone are the days when if you make payment today, you can't even see the receipt the next day. But things have evolved.
And people could see what the government has done with their money. So that also encouraged and assisted in voluntary compliance.
Lagos State, everybody knows that even the blind can see what the tax people are doing, the deaf can hear, and they don't want to come they don't want to go against the law because of the education and awareness that we have created.
An efficient and effective tax agency is as good as its personnel and their capacity or competence.
Our greatest asset are actually our staff.
When we came in earlier, what we discovered was that a lot of our staff were not properly trained.
And when you're talking about tax administration, there are two key things that are required. One is knowledge of our tax laws, and the other is knowledge of the computation of how to do an assessment.
Tax is something that is very technical. You need to have the knowledge to be able to carry it through.
And so we do take staff training very seriously. And on average, we make sure that close to 30% of our staff are trained either internally or externally.
administration. We encourage them to be members of Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, which is our parent body.
But I'm glad to let you know that in the national exams of our institute, which is the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, our staff have won various prizes, and that has impacted on our service delivery.
And right now, I can tell you that out of all the tax administrators in this country, Lagos State Internal Revenue has the greatest number of members of CITN.
Under Mr. Fowler, he normally sponsors his staff, to take the exams, the Chartered Institute of Taxation of exams, so that they can be, registered, they can be admitted as associate members, and later on they become fellow of the institute.
We do have a training school which all our staff go through, regardless of the level that you join us.
No matter what knowledge you have, no matter where you are coming from.
And we require that you pass out of training school with a minimum of 40%. And we give people 3 attempts to do that. And if they can't achieve 40% from our training school, we have to disengage them.
Right from inception, when Lagos State Internal Revenue Service became autonomous, it was decided that the salary structure here will be different from the salary structure in the civil service, which makes us attractive for the best brains to come and work with us.
From 600 million naira collected monthly in 1999 to an average of 23 billion naira monthly in 2015, the LIRS has surpassed itself in internally generated revenue in Nigeria. No other state comes close to this performance to date.
By the first month of his administration, I remember very well, in December 2005, the revenue went as high as 7.2. It was beyond anybody's wildest dreams because the state had been trying so hard to get to the 5 billion mark.
Right now in 2015, it's about 23 plus billion per month. So we've had a growth of maybe 20 billion per month over the period.
Babatunde Fowler has done very well, and he's a good tax administrator because when he came on board, you can see that the revenue of Lagos State, year in, year out, it has been increasing. Even monthly, you can see the progression.
With the reality of dwindling oil revenue from the Federation account, the current administration of Governor Akinwumi Ambode will rely on the LIRS for revenue to sustain the provision of roads, hospitals, security, and other amenities for Lagosians.
Well, I believe that there's still room for improvement in the informal sector, especially among the professionals who have still not declared fully, accurately their income. But I believe and I hope that the organized private sector will continue to partner with LIRS, the market women who are very dear to us, the mechanics, the taxi drivers, the transporters who pay their taxes willingly. I think they should be able to continue on.
The decade 2005 to 2015 witnessed monumental growth and improvement in tax administration in Lagos State. The success is attributed by many to the leadership style of Mr. Babatunde Fowler, Executive Chairman of LIRS.
The introduction of this new administration in 2005 November has brought a lot of good to the system and to the state.
The Lagos State Board of Internal Revenue Services has been exemplary. Why? Because of the leadership. You have a gentleman in place that appreciates the place of dialogue. You have a gentleman in place that does not have any hair around him on account of the office he's holding. We have had other bitter experiences with government agencies that had in fact propelled us to take some of them to court. So the personality of the headship of that organization has played an important role in this. I could never recall a time when we had a meeting and he's not present to lead his team. That's commendable.
I call him superstar number one. And he's a man of very high intelligence, high integrity, and somebody who is cool, calm, and collected.
He leads by example.
He has a very keen commitment to the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria.
His management style is very inclusive. He carries all his directors along. He carries his management team. And he lets everybody realize that we have to work hard.
The count, person and collector is cool. He is very, very firm. And he knows exactly what he wants to be done. And he's also a team player.
He tries to, you cannot please him. When it comes to some aspects, he's very, very conservative. In some aspects, he's very pragmatic.
He's a very innovative person.
The chairman has been a very upright and forward-looking man.
You know, when he came on board as the chairman of the board, he went unusual. You know, for example, all the so-called nomenclature that we inherited, principal tax officers, we changed the nomenclature designation here and there. We brought about job enrichment in the environment. And in terms of approach to doing job, we didn't go conventional.
Every interaction you have with him is golden because you learn. So I call him a mentor, a teacher, and a miracle worker.
Well, I think in the last 10 years that Mr. Babatunde Fowler has turned and developed and actually, you know, built LRS to an enviable brand.
I guess clearly I should first of all give thanks to God. And second of all, the taxpayers within Lagos State. We took a message to them. They sat down with us and they could understand where we're coming from. And then thirdly, to my staff. It's been a difficult road. They've been under a lot of pressure. We don't have, in quote, offshore working hours. We sometimes work 7 days a week. And it was not easy initially being a tax administrator. But now my staff can walk freely with their t-shirts in the marketplace, in the open, without policemen, because the society, Lagos State, and the taxpayers have taken us as one of them.
Today, the 4.5 million taxpayers see the new Ikoyi Bridge, school buildings, roads and many more as evidence of their tax money in action. They resolve to keep up the culture of voluntary tax compliance as a civic responsibility towards assuring good governance and social infrastructure development.